On Sunday, Republican Representative Tony Gonzalez from Texas left CNN host Dana Bash stunned when he revealed some pretty shocking information about some of his Republican co-workers in Congress. Here's what happened. Dana Bash starts off asking him the question, obviously the big thing over the weekend, we had the aid packages passed. Mike Johnson's still facing that movement from Marjorie Taylor Greene to be ousted. But here's what Dana Bash asked Congressman Gonzalez. So you voted yes on the foreign aid package. Do you have confidence that at this point, given that it is still possible that Marjorie Taylor Greene will push to vacate to kick Mike Johnson out of the speaker's chair, that he can survive? And Gonzalez first says he will survive. Look, the House is a rough and rowdy place, but Mike Johnson's going to be just fine. And it was at that point where I guess something kind of snapped at this Republican congressman's head, and he was angry, right? He's like, don't worry about it, he'll survive. But then he got pissed off at his own Republican colleagues and continued by saying this. I served 20 years in the military. It's my absolute honor to be in Congress. But I serve with some real scumbags. Matt Gaetz, he paid minors to have sex with him at drug parties. Bob Good endorsed my opponent, a known neo-Nazi. These people used to walk around with white hoods at night. Now they're walking around with white hoods in the daytime. Look, it didn't surprise me that some of these folks voted against aid to Israel, but I was encouraged to see by a nearly 10-to-1 mark that Republicans supported our allies on the battlefield. And at that point, a very shocked Dana Bash said, wow, okay, I should say that the federal government did look into Matt Gaetz and those allegations, and they decided not to prosecute. Because that's a pretty shocking revelation from Congressman Gonzalez. Again, a Republican saying these things, they're horrible things, especially if they are true, but about his own Republican colleagues. And again, we have the House Ethics Committee looking into Matt Gaetz. Yeah, the feds decided not to prosecute, but I don't think it was due to a lack of evidence. It's just very difficult, to prosecute a sitting lawmaker. But the House Ethics Committee is looking into this, and there's no doubt that Mr. Gonzalez has, of course, heard what the Ethics Committee has. Kevin McCarthy came out and said something very similar just a couple days ago. So these are people with inside knowledge of what the Ethics Committee has in terms of evidence. So when they make claims like this, yes, they're doing it pissed off, but they also likely know what they have. So I don't think it's the type of thing we should just take with a grain of salt and write off. We should listen to these people. But more importantly, we should listen to these Republicans when they continuously tell us that their own party sucks. We have had far too many Republicans in just the last few months come out publicly screaming at their own party that they're useless, that they're failures, that they're not doing anything for the American public. Mr. Gonzalez says it's full of scumbags. We got people endorsing neo-Nazis. We got others going to drug-fueled parties. What the hell is going on with the GOP? And we need to listen to them. Because these are the people, whether or not what he's saying about Matt Gaetz is accurate aside, but these are people with inside knowledge of their own party. And when they repeatedly come out into the media and tell us that their party is no good, that their party is not working for us, that their party's barely even functioning, we need to listen to these people because they're trying to warn us ahead of this year's elections.